What we share isn't just about us. It's about what comes after us.
We share our gifts for different reasons, but one thing is true.
A gift is better when it's shared.
Sometimes it takes just one person to see a gift in you and to ask you to share that gift.
The story of the chalice and how it was given to him by his parents the day he was ordained as a priest, and what a special meaning it has for him and has had throughout his entire priesthood. Then he says he wants to give it away. Anyone who feels they could use this in their life. All he asks is that it continue to be shared. Pass it on. Share the cup's blessings. It was very moving to both my wife and I, and so when he offered it up to the congregation, one of us stood up first and said, we'll be happy to take care of it. We got a call that week from DCFS. They told us there was a baby in need of a potential long-term placement. We spent the night thinking and praying.
It's not only when we come to Mass, but also like having it at home could remind us every day that why we're doing this.
The next day, they called and told us that we're not going to believe it, but the baby's full name is Mary Ramirez. We said we'd be there in 2 hours, which we were.
So immediately we felt that we were home for her. Like we didn't hesitate to go and bring her home. She's been with us ever since. It's been 20 months, and that by far has been the biggest blessing in our life.
We had met Shannon and Jonathan several times in the past. When I found out their story and their goal to start a family, and they had been trying for quite a while with no luck, it seemed like a natural progression to share the chalice with them and everything it had done for us. I could just see the look in their eyes that these are two people that were born to be parents. And we were absolutely thrilled to learn that shortly thereafter, less than a few months, she was pregnant, and they've since had a beautiful baby girl named Annabelle. And they're baptizing baby Annabelle here at St. Teresa. What a absolute blessing for everyone.
I felt compelled to help grow and support our community. I've been a catechist for 12 years. It's a different approach to catechesis that encourages children to create their own personal relationship with God.
I thought it was going to be a lot of learning and be really hard, but every class is nice. You can set up the prayer table, which is really cool. It's a mini altar for kids, and the kids do prayers, and it's kind of like us getting to be a priest, which I really like. People who I've never met shared their gift in this community, and I'm so thankful for what they gave.
I had been going to St. Teresa for about probably over a year, and I realized it was time to probably make it official, and becoming a Eucharistic minister was, I think here, it just made sense because I wanted another way to give back to the community that has given me so much, and I wanted to have the opportunity to extend that to other people.
When we joined St. Teresa's, there was an interest in getting some hospitality or welcoming effort off the ground for new parishioners and their families.
We really enjoy bringing people together. I think that's one of our natural gifts.
It's been wonderful to see relationships really get off the ground because of that opportunity to connect in the welcome dinner setting. They are being hosted, but then they can turn around and host other people.
My family has been a part of St. Teresa for 12 years. I'd say we were first drawn in by the hospitality of the community. I think events are important because they give us a chance to get to know one another better and develop stronger relationships. My hope is that by sharing my talents, we can fund programs that will serve those in need and bring people closer to God.
Avalon Action is really different and so important because we take the money that parishioners have donated and give a portion of it to other groups that are making an impact. Our hope is that this program can support others who wish to make the world a better place and to have an impact not just here in Chicago, but around the world.
I grew up with parents who taught us the importance of giving time, talent, and treasure. So when I came to St. Teresa, the mission of serving the poor drew me in. I first became involved as a volunteer with the Loaves and Fishes dinner. We serve a meal every Friday to the hungry in the neighborhood. And then the night ministry work started. Clients often come for the food, but the purpose is that they also receive medical attention. I think it takes what we learn from the gospel and turns it into practical, real-life experiences and allows us to connect to it in a more personal and genuine way.
Dave began working for the food pantry like most people do, just from time to time, and enjoyed the energy that it gave him on Saturday mornings. that ministry started to grow and there was more things that we could pick up, he organized work days where colleagues would come and serve together. When Dave was diagnosed with cancer in the spring of 2016, Deloitte organized a party. As a gift, they held a collection for St. Teresa's Food Pantry and presented us with a check for $12,000. We were speechless. We don't always know who has been affected by our gifts. I do know that Dave was very gratified in those final weeks of life to be so aware of all he had done and all the lives he had touched.
I served as the president of the building committee during our renovation. It was a huge effort on the part of many people, and hundreds of people contributed financially to make it a reality. The most symbolic part of the design is the windows. They not only allow people to see into our community, but it also allows the light from our community to shine outward.
I share my gifts with St. Teresa's Border Ministry, both volunteering with asylum seekers at La Posada near the U.S.-Mexico border, and by sharing their stories here in Chicago to help humanize the face of immigration. I hope to inspire more people to get outside of their comfort zone and to build relationships with people who are marginalized. I think that we have a duty as Christians and as parishioners of St. Teresa's not only to understand their reality, but also to welcome them and show them compassion.
I have a gift of listening and asking questions. I recently used these gifts to represent our parish in the Renew My Church process. There was a deep concern that this was not the right path for us. Our team worked hard to listen, and we now know that we will not merge. But we have this great opportunity in front of us to collaborate with other parishes and be stronger for uniting together.
I know that people I have never met have been impacted by what I've shared.
What gifts will you give for the future?
What we share isn't about us. It's about what comes after us.
Share your gifts with us.
What legacy can your gifts create?